afternoon, New Delhi. A warm welcome to our media colleagues, our partners, our Xiaomi colleagues, and welcome Mi fans. You know, when we first started here in India about a year and a half ago, we were a pretty small team in a tiny, but really with big, big dreams. Last year in August, one of those dreams became a reality when we kicked off our Make in India project in Visakhapatnam. And another big dream also was having alongside us a mentor and a friend like Mr. Ratan Tata. We want to weave ourselves into the fabric of India. And that's, of course, why we're here today. Are you guys ready for the first Mi product launch event in 2016? Redmi Note 3. Premium metal body, never seen before in a Redmi series device. It's the first Mi phone with a fingerprint sensor. It's got a massive battery, over 4,000 mAh in capacity. But without a doubt, the most significant technology breakthrough of this product is this phenomenal processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 650. Redmi Note 3 is the first smartphone in India with the Snapdragon 650 processor. And not only that, it's actually the first one in the entire world. It's fast, it's power efficient, it's really an exceptional SoC. And our Mi fans, of course, know this, to the point that they started calling the 650 version of Redmi Note 3 Redmi Note 3 Pro, even though we ourselves never referred to it as Pro. What our fans were saying was that this was such a significant upgrade from the initial version of Redmi Note 3 based on Helio X10 that it deserved a better name because it's fast. It's really, really fast. But how fast exactly? Now, how much faster is Snapdragon 650 compared to 808? So here's the data. Redmi Note 3 outperforms every Snapdragon 808 device out there. Can Redmi Note 3 take the heat? So to figure this out, we got our hands on a really cool gadget. This is the Fluke thermal imaging camera. I'm going to show you a video that shows 10 minutes of Asphalt 8 gameplay. We did a side-by-side comparison between Redmi Note 3 and Nexus 6P, which uses Snapdragon 810. Here's the video. And here are the final results from the thermal imaging camera analysis that we did. After 10 minutes, Redmi Note 3 is a pretty cool 37.7 degrees. Nexus P is a bit warmer at about 42.4 degrees, and you can obviously see that clearly on the images here, the hottest point on the top. And this is potentially one of the biggest benefits of the new Snapdragon 650 architecture. Pretty much every new smartphone that comes out claims full-day battery life. I'm not exactly sure what the definition or their definition of full-day battery life is, but Redmi Note 3 gives the kind of full-day battery life that actually lasts a full day. And our definition is simple. Leave home in the morning as early as you have to. Go about your day as you normally would. Don't even think about battery for even a second. And then get home late at night, as late as you want, with battery to spare. Next, we did another test with uninterrupted video playback from 100%, again, until the phone dies. We got 10.5 hours of continuous video playback on Redmi Note 3. That's 21% more than the second best. Now, of course, when you actually need to charge it at the end of the day, you can charge to 50% in under 1 hour. So 5.5-inch display, a massive battery, while still making the device feel pretty thin and light in the hand. We made it, the PCB, the motherboard that you see here on your right, we miniaturized it as much as we could. We reduced it, we made it compact to make as much room as possible inside of the phone. And then we filled all of that room with battery, essentially. The result is a phone that feels thin, it feels light. Redmi Note 3 measures 8.65 millimeters at its thickest point. And it weighs just 164 grams. The craftsmanship of Redmi Note 3 is quite impeccable. Here's the dark gray version with the black face. Nice contrast between the face, the gorgeous 5.5 display, and the peak of metal from the sides. Here's the back view. You can see the camera, the flash, the fingerprint sensor. Continuing on here, Redmi Note 3 is the first Mi phone to feature a fingerprint sensor. It supports any angle, so you can hit it from any angle and it'll work just perfectly. You can also use the fingerprint sensor as shutter for selfies. Let's talk about the camera a little bit. I spilled some secrets already. So 16 megapixel camera, as you all know. PDAF autofocus, dual ISP, f2.0 aperture with a 5-piece lens and 2-tone flash. Smart camera software makes it possible really for you to just point and shoot. Redmi Note 3 photos, I should say, that I'm about to show you are completely untouched. These are photos that I personally selected. The first series here was shot in Rajasthan, not too far from here. Beautiful shot, right? Here's another one. This is still from the same series, and you can see the colors, you can see the crispness, you can see how the shadow areas look really well balanced. Texture here is phenomenal. These are, I guess, like I said, untouched photos. This is Gulmarg in Kashmir. Redmi Note 3 ships with a 5-megapixel camera, but let's talk about display. So Redmi Note 3 ships with a Full HD display, 401 ppi. You guys already know this, but it's definitely no ordinary display. I'm going to tell you about some cool features. First is Sunlight Display, which is a flagship feature that we introduced last year to our Mi devices. Redmi Note 3 is the first Redmi device to actually get Sunlight Display here in India. Wireless connectivity is probably one of the strongest points of Redmi Note 3, which is why I'm talking to it towards the end here. Redmi Note 3, of course, has dual SIM support, 1 micro and 1 nano slot, so you have more flexibility. 2016 will be a big year for 4G here in India, with a huge amount of investment by multiple operators. And voice over LTE, or VoLTE, is a big part of this story. And we've worked really, really hard to make sure that Redmi Note 3 delivers a great VoLTE experience. Here's what a VoLTE call sounds like. It's actually absolutely night and day. The quality is similar to what you would experience with a high-quality VoIP connection, over Skype, for example, when you have a good connection, of course, except it's actually much higher quality because VoLTE packets get preferential network treatment compared to VoIP. Basically, a VoLTE package goes in before anybody else does to guarantee you a high-quality voice. This is what it sounds like.
Hey, Hugo, this is Jay. At this time, I'm calling you on VoLTE. You can hear the call quality is a lot better. My voice sounds a lot fuller. There's a lot less distortion, and hopefully this sounds a little bit more like I do in real life. All right, talk to you later, man. Bye.
Another very, very popular feature of our devices is infrared. And we wanted Redmi Note 3 to really be a universal remote control, and that's what we've done. Redmi Note 3 is compatible with 100 brands, or with hundreds of brands and thousands of different models, from TVs, air conditioners, set-top boxes, DVD players, home theaters, and so on, so that you don't have to worry about losing your remote control ever again. Redmi Note 3, of course, runs on MIUI 7, and I'm just going to highlight one really cool new feature of MIUI 7, which allows you to go from one phone to the other. Redmi Note 3 is our third product made in India. So we're proudly continuing our journey here in India with the Make in India program, which we're really, really focused on. And we have our partner Foxconn to thank. But really excited, this is our third made in India product. Price. I see. So is Redmi Note 3 your dream phone? Okay. I'm going to do it again. Kitna doge? And for the 3 gig, 32 gig version, 11,999. Is this what you guys asked for? It comes in silver, gold, and dark gray. All colors are gorgeous. My favorite is the gold version. And that's still not all. Today, I also want to introduce to you the Mi Bluetooth speaker. It's our very, very powerful portable speaker that comes in blue, it comes in gold, it comes in pink, all these colors. It's our 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. It's got Panasonic and LG high-density batteries. It's got 2 USB ports. It's just a beautiful device, and it's not available here in India yet. It's very light, by the way. It's lighter than 2 10,000 milliamp hour together. Only 338 grams. So it's really, really awesome. Thank you, fans. Thank you guys very, very much.